Talya Full Tilt. I am Talya Ginsburg. So I have been vegetarian since I was 5 years old, but today I have beef. That's right, I recently acquired some beef, and I mean, it's kind of exciting because I thought, oh, it'd be kind of fun to do a whole episode where I talk about all the beef I have and give all the drama, but then it kind of turns out that I'm surrounded by very wonderful, nice people, so I just don't have beef except for this beef I recently acquired. But in preparation for this episode, I was wondering to myself, when we have an issue with someone, why do we say, I have beef with this person? So I did a little research. You know, I love my articles, and I came across like a number of different possible origin stories, but the one that I really liked was apparently back in the Old West, so there were the sheep farmers and the cattle farmers, aka beef farmers, and they were competing for land for their animals, the sheep and the cows, to graze on. And so when the sheep farmers would talk to other sheep farmers about the cattle farmers, they were like, oh, the beef farmers, beef? Okay, so I'm gonna give you the rundown of the situation. Nearly 2 months in advance, I booked a band to appear on my show, and I was very excited. I've been wanting a musical guest, and I really like their music. Although, I will now never listen to it again. Call me dramatic, don't care. It was very important to me that I upheld my end of the bargain, which is, oh, if they're taking the time out of their day to appear on my show, I'm gonna really make sure I'm extremely prepared. And so I did all this research on the bands and how they met, and I read every lyric of every song and wrote like, what could this mean? I really went for it. I made a background, and even though I knew what I wanted to say and what I wanted to ask, I love on some late night TV shows, they'll have those cards. So I made some of those too. I was just trying to seem professional. But you know who wasn't? So fast forward to the day of the big filming. So we were gonna meet at 6 p.m. At 1 p.m., I get a text from the band manager, 3 sentences, one of which was, hi. So hi, one of the guys in the band just let me know that he is sick. They will not be able to come today. Listen, life happens, people get sick. That is completely understandable. If you're sick, ew, stay away from me. So was the timing suspicious? Yeah, the timing was suspicious. But I have no problem with someone getting sick and not being able to appear on my show, obviously. So benefit of the doubt, let's say they're telling the truth. My issue was the delivery. So if you have a commitment that you've made to someone nearly 2 months in advance, I would personally, and it's not like, oh, I had 7 acts appearing on my show and this was, kind of a rustle, and then like the entirety of this episode was gonna be them. I was gonna interview the band about the band. They were gonna play a couple songs that were theirs, the band, that was the whole thing. So call me old fashioned, but personally, I would have thought a phone call would be more appropriate, but let's say this guy's just not a texter. The main issue, there was never an apology. Not once did someone say, by the way, sorry. So I replied, just a quick little 2 sentences, something like, oh, disappointing, and I waited. And I waited and I waited, and I gave him ample time to reply and nothing. So then, yeah, I sent a sassy text because people tell you, be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. But why? Why? So I sent a sassy text message, and that was the last of the interaction. And you know what is just crazy? 24 hours later, the band was able to perform at a gig. Just incredible. I mean, this guy's immune system is as inspiring as his professionalism and consideration. Also, here's the thing. A bunch of guys in their mid-20s in an alternative band acting heedlessly is not shocking. It's not great, but I'm not shocked. And the day before, I was actually telling someone, oh, I'm gonna be interviewing this band. And I didn't say specifically, but just like, oh, a band. And someone asked me, oh, are you concerned about them not showing up? It seems in character with what you're imagining. I would say way more of the issue is the band manager. No offense, because that is a job. You are the face of the band. You're supposed to create and maintain connections for the band. You're supposed to have high communication skills, social intelligence, be a little polite maybe. What I find more funny than anything else is that this band exclusively communicates through their band manager. They could have also called and said, hey, sorry, but no, with all due, you're not exactly selling out stadiums, sweetie. I think you could have given a call. I think also what I had a problem, and okay, by the way, I don't want you to think, I'm not tossing and turning about this. Obviously, I'm theatrically discussing it because what I was expecting was to get an episode out of this band, and they didn't show up. So now this is me getting my episode out of the band. This is not what I thought the episode would be like, but I'm still gonna get my episode. So yeah, I'm not tossing and turning about it, but yeah, obviously I'm upset. And I think an issue I'm having and I don't know this for sure, I'm inferring a lot, but, and I'm projecting here, but I can't help but think that, oh, if the bands had been booked to go on Jimmy Fallon or Hot Ones with Sean Evans, there's no way they would have canceled. And if they had been sick, they definitely would not have canceled, like, hey, can't make it. And I'm not delusional. I understand that I am not Jimmy Fallon or Hot Ones with Sean Evans. That's the issue I'm having, because I could be wrong, but I feel like, oh, would they have texted it, if they were supposed to go on Jimmy Fallon, would they have texted him a few hours prior like, oh, sorry, can't make it? Probably not. Maybe they would. And I think for me, the issue is if someone, and I'm projecting, and that's not fair, and I'm assuming, which isn't fair, but to treat someone differently based on what you can gain from them is not cool. And so, but who's to say? Maybe they really would have texted Jimmy Fallon. And also, they could be the nicest guys in the world. I realize that we all have done rude or inconsiderate things. So one situation is not necessarily indicative of someone's character at all. They could be sweethearts. So, you know, I'm having, let me have my fun, okay? Because I am upset, and I will say, like, I know you're probably like, what does she think this is, like NBC? But no, but that's exactly it, is I think in order to find success, you need to treat this as with the seriousness, because I do take it very seriously. So I feel like they were just way too casual about it. Anyway, that's the beef. I'm over it. Close that door. It's all good. But thank you so much for listening. Hope it was juicy and drama. Thank you, and see you next episode. Bye.